Yep. Yep. Oh, that's a good fish. Oh, that's a fish. That's a fish. Something. Oh my god, it's a giant bass. That's a giant bass. This guy absolutely freaking inhaled it. That is a beauty, man. Beauty. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Well, well, well. We meet again, my friends. Cheers to y'all, wherever you are, whatever time you're watching this. I hope you're having a good day, good night. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is Luke, and I want to talk to you guys. Before we start today's episode, I'm going to babble a little bit. I'm going to go on a little babbling brook. I'm going to tell you guys kind of where my mind has been lately with the channel and something new that I want to try. Maybe you guys like it, maybe you don't. Either way, I hope you guys tell me in the comments or shoot me messages. Let me know if this is something that you guys want to see more of. But I get so many comments and messages from you beautiful people, and I love everything that you guys send my way, but I realize there's been a trend the last year or so with a lot of my messages I get, and that is really just, you know, what kind of spots can I find? Where can I find fish? What's the best time of year to go? And, you know, can I go to this lake and catch panfish? What's the bite like? I get all those messages all the time, and I try my best to get back to y'all and give you my perspective. If it's good, bad, you know, whatever I have for information, I always want to share it with you guys. But in doing that, I realized, you know, why not just start making videos at these lakes and rivers that even I don't know much about? Some of these places you find on Google Maps, the Minnesota DNR website, you can find Lake Finder. It's a separate link, and you can look up all these random lakes and little areas around where you live, and most of them have fish in them. And, you know, from doing Google Maps and from looking at Lake Finder, I realized, man, there's a lot of places that I don't even know about. A lot of these more popular lakes and rivers that I hear people talk about, but I've never been to. So I figured I would start a new series on the road. That's I think what I'm gonna call it, on the road, and this will be episode 1, where we're gonna freaking go out and we're gonna check these places out one by one. Me and you and me, we're gonna figure it out and see what the bite's like, if it's worth going to, if it's not. I think episode 1 of this series is going to be Clear Lake in Waseca, Minnesota. It's about 15-20 minutes west of Owatonna, Minnesota, and I've heard a lot of good things about this lake, but I've never really fished it before. I fished it one time from the bank, and I mean, you guys can probably figure how that went. It was pretty poopy. So I'm giving it another chance. I got my kayak, I got a couple different tackle bags, and we're gonna give her heck, man. We're gonna go out there, look for docks, look for open water, throw all kinds of different baits. I'm prepared for anything, and we're just gonna give it a freaking go, man. I hope you guys enjoy this series, episode 1. Maybe I'll do it through episode 10, see how it goes. I'll post it every other week or once a month or something like that, and we'll just kind of go down the list of all these lakes. Hopefully you guys learn something. Hopefully I learned something. So without further ado, folks, let's go see what Waseca, Minnesota has to offer. Cheers. Here we are. We're on the gosh dang friggin' frick lake, man. Beautiful, beautiful summer day. The sun is out and it is shining. A little bit windy, but you know, that's nothing. This is nothing compared to what it's been the last couple of months. So I'm just kind of doing a quick gaze around here. I see a lot of fishing boats out deeper. They're kind of in a big circle here in front of me. So I suspect with this lake, from what it looks like, it's kind of a big giant bowl, and it slowly but surely slopes into the middle here where it's probably going to be the deepest, which is why these guys are probably out here fishing. I know there's walleye in here, so if there are walleye in here, they're probably going to be out deeper on this side. Now for bait choices, I think I'm gonna start off with, we'll start off with a little netting Ned. This is I think a 1/8 or 1/10 of an ounce. I think it's 1/10 of an ounce. We'll start off with this, and we'll probably do for the color choice. Let's see what we have here. I had a thought in my head of what I wanted to throw. Kind of a natural night. Yeah, here we go. This is the Eye Candy by Northland Tackle. This is the jig crawler. Has a sweet look to it. Water's a little bit murky, a little bit stained, so I think that purple brown will kind of show up a little bit better in the water column. So let's get this bad boy tied on here, and we'll start off and cast a little bit deeper and see what we can find. Oh, dude, I'm getting bit. I'm getting bites, folks. I'm not kidding. I can't make this up. Look at that. Something was definitely biting on it. Let's throw it back over there. Well, would you believe it or would you believe it? We're on. Oh, it's a crappie. Yep. I suspected that's probably what was poking at my Ned rig. Awesome. First fish of the day. Didn't take very long. Oh. Dude, something. Holy cow. Something just about pulled the rod out of my freaking hands. There he is. Oh, another crappie. A little bit better than the last one. Look at that. Oh, there's one right there. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. Oh, that's a bluegill. All right, second species of the day. My dog's like, oh my God, Daddy, why didn't I get to see it? Come on, man. Come on, dude. All right, well, I guess this is gonna be a crappie and bluegill kind of day, eh? Dude, they are freaking stacked out here. And folks, I gotta tell you, we are just doing a Hail Mary. I mean, I have no fish finder, obviously, and I got no intel. I have zero idea what I'm doing. I'm going literally off of where these boats were. And I saw them out in the middle. And I thought, huh, maybe I should just try there first and see what's going on. And I'm glad I did, because there are fish out here. Confirmed. They're picking it up before it hits the bottom too. Out here, it's pretty deep out this way. I dropped my jig down a couple of times right below the kayak, and it goes for quite a ways. So I don't think these fish are getting it off the bottom. I think they're suspended. And as that bait's falling, they're coming up and they're just freaking so whooping on it. There's one. Put my pole down and another crappie. You want to smell this one? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Uh-oh, hold on. Sorry, puppy. Okay, we're gonna let him go. Sorry about that, dude. They're pecking at it like crazy. I can feel them. Just boom, boom, boom. We may have found a little school. There he is. That's a better fish. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Not bad. Cool. There we go, man. I gotta be honest, I'm actually a little bit shocked that they're eating this freaking Ned rig. I mean, I catch them on the bigger Ned rig all the time, but they're not very big fish. So the fact that they're willing to eat that fairly large sized Ned rig is quite impressive. Oh my gosh. I definitely keep it if I was eating. But well, I'm giving coming up on paddling. I'm gonna let that wind take me back, and we're gonna just slow roll it back, folks. Making casts along the way here. I will have to say, I think it's interesting that so far fishing, I have not noticed any boats along the bank. You know, usually a lake like this, you'd expect boats to be working the banks, fishing around the docks, those trees, whatever it might be, but I haven't really seen any action. So I don't know if this is just one of those lakes where all the fish are deep. I don't know, but I guess we're gonna find out as we get pushed into this section here. We'll kind of gauge the situation, see what's crack-a-lacking, and you know, we'll make some casts around those docks, and if nothing happens, I guess we'll have to come back out to the middle here and see what happens. We know there are fish in here, so that is a good sign. Bountiful amounts of crappie. Another one. That's hilarious. That's a good fish. I don't think that's a crappie. I think that's a bass. Something. Oh my god, it's a giant bass. That's a giant bass. What's that?
My dog could never.
Could never?
Yeah, that's awesome.
I had, you know, it's funny, I have two dogs, and both of them I had to get them on. She's still a puppy, but I had to get her on quick. Like, it was within like a month I had her on the kayak with me, but I'm lucky, man. I'm lucky. But you see this bass I just caught? Look at this bass. I literally just pulled this up.
Yeah.
Look at that thing, man.
Yeah. They're
Crazy.
throughout the years.
Yeah, my other dog is a black lab golden retriever mix, and she's a straight golden.
What's her name?
I swear, dude, there's times where there's like kids around. She'll leave with them. Like if I just like let her go, I'd never see her again, dude. She would disappear. But and I got lucky.
Yeah.
Take care, man.
Yeah, you too. I just had to say hi.
Hey, yeah, absolutely, man. Did you guys see that freaking bass? Oh my gosh! That gentleman came over to talk to me, and obviously we were shooting the crap there, but right as the guy was talking to me, I had a freaking giant bass on. And of all baits, this little itty bitty half of a freaking Nedrick, the tail ripped off, and I'm still throwing this. Unfreaking believable. Interesting enough, that bass was right on the edge of these boats. I don't wonder if maybe there's a drop at some point. In this area, there's another big one. That's another decent fish. Another decent fish. Oh, don't get in the boat. Don't get in the boat. Come on. Do not get in there. I gotta get out of here. Come on, come on. Oh my gosh. Are you freaking kidding me? Back to back, I lost them. Folks, I lost them. Sorry, puppy. I'm all right. I'm all right. Don't worry. Not me. It's the fish. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's all right. Another one. No way. No way. It's another chunk. Are you freaking kidding me? Come on, bud. Not as big as the other one, but man, look at that beast. He's on it. He's on it. Got him. Feels like another bass. Nope. Yep, it is. There's one. Freaking pandemonium. I gotta switch up and put some on my casting combo. Now that we know there's big bass in here, we need to be going for them. Well, I think on my casting combo, I'm gonna do a little bladed bait action. I got a handful of stuff in here. Let's try one of these. This right here is the Mr. B Lure Company bladed jig. Awesome little blade. And I think I've got some trailers in here. Yes, we do. We got the Chatter Spike and Pearl color. Let's try one of these bad boys. Throw this guy on. Go. Perfect. Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks good in the water. Jiminy Christmas, that looks fan-freaking-tastic. Oh my gosh! Giant bass. Oh my freaking goodness. Right as I was about to lift it up out of the water, he freaking smoked it. Yep. Oh, that's a good fish. That's a good fish, folks. That is a good fish. On that freaking blade bait, man. Oh my gosh, that's like a 3-4 pounder. Look at this. Yep. Get in, boat. Yes. Bam, dude. Let's go. Oh, on that freaking blade bait, man. What a beautiful fish. This guy absolutely freaking inhaled it. Absolutely awesome. Beauty, beauty, beauty. There you go, bud. Whew. You want to leave? Bad. I thought maybe that blade bait would look good in the water. The clarity's not that great. And, you know, there's tons of crappie in here. And this little bait kind of looks like a crappie when it moves in the water. So you add a little bit of a blade bait, a little bit of a white color, and the results are potentially magical. Fish are no joke, man. Bass freaking fight like the dickens. Oh, that was a big bass. It wasn't a giant by any means, and it certainly felt like it the way it freaking smoked that lure. My goodness. I like these baits too because you can kind of hit areas pretty quickly, you know? Make a few casts, no bites, you keep on moving, and you can save a lot of time just by throwing something like this. Covers a lot of water pretty quick. Well, folks, I ain't gonna lie, it has been brutally slow since that last bass. I've been kind of working my way up the bank, slowly but surely, and man, oh man, it has been rough. Cast around a couple docks, a couple areas with some trees and rocks, and areas where I was like, oh, you know, this is a good spot. I didn't get jack squat. So we're gonna keep making our way up here. We got another boat that just started fishing straight ahead of us, so we're probably gonna have to fish right in this immediate area and then make a little bit of a left turn and go straight out. I got a little bit of time left, so I'm gonna try to head up straight there and go around the boat ramp where I started and hit that other shoreline just to see what happens. Yeah, I figured on the way up to the other bank I would do a little bit more fishing than out here in the open. Sure enough, we're finding them. There's one. that's a better size. These aren't giant crappie, but man, they do fight good. No doubt about it. It's just crazy to me that out here in the absolute middle of nowhere, the open vastness, that this is where I'm catching all the crappie. You would think by those docks I would be freaking hammering them, but they are out here deep, man. And there's tons of them. That's what's so crazy about it. It's like we're out here in the middle of nowhere. It's not a one-off. It's every single cast I'm getting a little tap, tap, tap. So they must be absolutely freaking stacked in this lake. Yep. Oh, they fight good in here too, man. I'll tell you what. Even those smaller ones, they fight pretty good. Got him. The little guy. Hey, bud. Oh, that's a fish. That's a fish. Let's go. I knew there had to be one up here. That's a good sized one too. Come here, bud. Come here, bud. Yep. Oh man, look at that. On that bladed bait, man. Beauty. Beauty, beauty, beauty. There's one. That feels like a good fish too. Good fish, good fish. Come on now. Oh. Brutal. Oh, that was so brutal. That was probably a pike. Well, looky, looky. Where you going, bud? Don't go in there. Do not go in there. That's a nice one. Hello, bud. Hello, bud. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yep, 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 yep. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Yes. Oh. We got our freaking vengeance, man. I don't know what that first fish was. Probably a pike, but it could have been anything. That is a beauty, man. Probably going to be the last fish of the day. Just a freaking stud, man. Oh, whoa. I got another one on. Whoa. Let's let her go here. See you later, girl. Well, my oh my, I will tell you guys what. I'm going to enjoy some boneless chicken tenders here from Quick Star while I talk to you guys, because I'm freaking starving. But let's kind of talk about today. You know, I have to tell you, out the gate, out of 10 stars, I'd give it a 7, maybe an 8, maybe 7 or 8 out of 10. Right out the gate, the biggest thing that I take away from this lake is the sheer amount of panfish that are in this freaking lake. It's not very often where you can go to a lake and literally every single cast you can catch a panfish, crappie, bluegill. I mean, if I was really going for them, if I had like a little crappie jig on and I was just dangling that right below the kayak, I'm not kidding you guys, it would be every single freaking cast. Now for the bass part. So the bass in this lake, from what I've gathered, they are big and they are freaking aggressive. No doubt about that. Flipping it around the docks, that's pretty much where they are. They're either around the docks, or I got a couple that were a little bit offshore, but they were still relatively close to some kind of structure or dock or boat, something that kind of stood out where these fish were coming from and they were chasing the bait, but they were certainly kind of working along the banks of the lake. I had a few follows that were along that edge, but it seemed like once you got out past the initial area where the docks were and you went a little bit farther out into the main body of water, the bass were nowhere to be found. So, and that's no shock, right? Typically that's how it goes. Most places the bass are going to be up a little bit closer to the bank or wherever they're structured. And a lake like this one where it's kind of like a fishbowl in a sense, and it kind of comes down and it's got a big open bottom, there's really nowhere for these fish to go. So I suspected when we first got there it was going to be a shoreline kind of day, at least for the bass, and boy oh boy, was it not, or was it freaking not. Both of the lures that we used today were on fire. Obviously the Ned rig takes the cake. This is just an absolute freaking dynamite of a bait. That's the Northland Tackle Jig Crawler is what I was using for the Ned rig. And for the bladed bait, that is again a Mr. B Lure Company product. I will leave a link in my description if you guys want to check out his stuff. Awesome guy, and he makes awesome freaking stuff. Not sponsored, not endorsed by him in any way, shape, or form, but just a nice guy who makes really awesome freaking baits. So if you want to go check those out, go ahead. But folks, I'm going to wrap it up here. Myself and my doggy dog, we're going to get home. It is a Sunday night, and I got to work tomorrow morning. So we're going to head home. It's about an hour away to get to the old Rancho Rui here. So we're going to kick ourselves into high gear, get home, and get ready for the week that is upon us. Unfortunately, for most of y'all who probably work Monday through Friday, bummer, 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 but it is what it is, man. The grind is the grind. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, work is work, and you gotta pay to play. You know what I'm saying? But thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, I appreciate you guys, every single one of y'all, man. I love it. I love you guys. You guys are freaking awesome, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace!